course, by this morning when we woke up and the models had really affirmed a close path to Orlando, a projected close path, it didn't make any sense to play the game. Safety of a lot of people, our people are one thing, but there are a lot of people involved at Central Florida in the game. They need to protect themselves and their own belongings and make sure their families are accounted for. So that was really the process. It was more affirming the models that there wasn't a last-minute change. And we go through, I've been through 5 different hurricane preparedness drills since I got here. And it really has helped me personally understand why those are so important, and with so many new staff members in the department, why we all need to understand what we're doing when we're doing it, because there's, at this point in time with the winter sports kicking off, we have about 225 student athletes active, whether practicing or in games, and they're going trips in all over the country right now. So making sure we can get people out of harm's way, and we can do it with enough advance notice. As we learned with this game, as I learned how important that is.
Yeah.
We started by talking about Saturday as an option, but there's so much uncertainty as to what's going to be the residual from the storm if it rolled through on Friday, and the tie-up of services from a recovery standpoint there, whether those services be available, and then back to the people, the people in Central Florida, the people that are running the stadium, the people that are working at the events, that have obligations to their families that they need to take care of after the event as well. So the fact that we had matching bye weeks really made this an easy decision. Instead of trying to push it just to get played, we had a nice fallback position. Same thing with being here. I think if we didn't have matching bye weeks, we may have been a viable alternative to switch sites, but given that was there, we really didn't go down that road at all. Volleyball is at South Florida Friday night and at Central Florida on Sunday.
Okay.
And Tampa looks like they'll be spared, so they'll take off tomorrow for Tampa, play the game Saturday, or rather Friday, and then kind of assess conditions. Central Florida is playing Houston, which we're travel partners, in South Florida, in Tampa on Friday afternoon. And so if the weather allows it, we'll go back up there Sunday and play. If not, then we'll play Central Florida at South Florida on Sunday. All 3 of us were involved, and really it's South Florida's call. But the league office needs to be involved because there are a lot of television repercussions. There are a lot of officials and a whole lot of other things to consider. When we're going to replay the game, how does that fit in with the rest of the schedule, and looking at the rescheduling piece. So while it was Central Florida's decision whether the game was viable or not, and we talked about that, but the league office involvement in going back and forth, make sure all the communication was good. I just talked through various scenarios to him. How would that impact travel? If we were going to play on Saturday, for example, how much time were we going to need? How early in the day could we start, and knowing we had a short week against a team that was playing on Thursday, how was that going to work out for his program? And even if we had been able to get there and maybe play Saturday, we were probably looking at needing to stay in Tampa, so that added 2 hours of travel time. So how was all that going to work? So I relied on Coach Fritz from a football logistics standpoint the whole way. It depends on how full your half-empty glass is. You can say we've won 2 in a row. You like to keep that momentum playing. You can also say you're 5 games in, and at this point in the season, guys are getting banged up, so it's a chance to set and heal a little bit. But you also had that chance in early November. We're going to go play 7 games in 7 consecutive weeks now. So there's probably good and there's probably bad with everything. But football is, and every athletic event, it's really a game of how do you adjust and adapt to whatever circumstances are put in front of you. And with this staff, the one thing I've already learned from them, they'll adjust and adapt as well as any staff in the country could.
Great.